What's up, internet? Welcome back to my channel. We're back with another video. So, in light of the Pooh Shiesty case, I want to bring attention to my last video that I made about the whole queso case, right? And how the real people to blame is the mothers, because it's the mothers who are laying down with these criminals and producing these violent children and these with all of these criminal activities. So once again, let's do a side by side. Well, not a side by side, but let's just do a similar video, right? So here we have Pooh Shiesty and Pooh Shiesty Sr., right? Now, before we get into what Pooh Shiesty did and what he's alleged to have done, let's just talk about his upbringing. Okay, well, his father was a street criminal, part of a street organization before he met before he met Pooh Shiesty's mother, right? He was a street guy. He wasn't a well-to-do character. He didn't have a regular job going to 9 to 5. He was a street character. That's who she chose to procreate with. She had the free will to choose any man on earth, and she chose the one that had that aspired to be a fucking criminal. Okay? Now, when you look at Pooh Shiesty's recent song called FDO, he says in the song, he has a line where he says, your daddy is a killer, but you ain't. You just like Bronny James. Meaning that my dad is good at criminal activities and doing stupid shit like killing people. And your dad hasn't accomplished what my dad has accomplished, being a fucking criminal. That's what he's saying in that bar. My dad, you're not a killer like your daddy. You're not a champion like your daddy. You're not good at doing criminal activity like your daddy. I'm good like my daddy. So he's telling you that his life, now, once again, he has a father in his life. So we can't say, oh, he didn't have no daddy in his life. No. He had a father in his life. But it all goes back to the woman. Who did she lay down with? She laid down with the criminal, and then produced criminals, and then harbored criminals, and then supported criminals, and all of that. The women are the problem. The women are the problem. And see, when you see millions and millions of black women getting fired and we're losing our job and it's racism. It's not racism. Your culture is bad. Look at what happened at the Houston rodeo. Everywhere y'all go, the teenage takeovers. Who do you think is their mothers? You think their mothers are at home in college doing productive things? No, these are hood rats. Look at how they dressed at the rodeo stuff. This is who's raising the kids. This is why you have these teenage takeovers. The women should not have autonomy over their body or whatever. Because when they have autonomy over their body, who do they choose? They choose Abdul Robinson. Okay? Queso's dad. And then you got all of these dyke-looking kids, big ass 12-year-olds running around because all you care about is he has to be 6 foot tall and he has to have a big wee-wee. So now you got a bunch of big back, wide back, 300-pound women walking around like linebackers that don't care about their weight. Criminal activity, just a bunch of criminals. That's all y'all champion. Being a little black boy in school, you quickly learn that, if you know how to read good, you get made fun of for it. You know how to speak well, you're articulate, you get made fun of it. You get made fun of for it. And women continue to choose the men who don't want to learn how to read, don't want to learn how to articulate themselves. Oh, yeah, you're a nerd. You're a nerd. Oh, you know about computers? You know how to program in C++? Oh, you're just a nerd. You're a nerd. Right? But the dude that's in and out of jail, as soon as he get out of jail, he got a slew of women lined up. Oh, I can't wait till he get fresh out. He gonna have that fresh out dick. That's all they care about. That's why we need to take away their rights for bodily autonomy. Okay, this is the reason why Kamala Harris ran her whole campaign on women's rights, because at some point we're all gonna have to look at the same statistics and look at who the problem is. The problem is not the guys. The problem isn't the fathers. The problem isn't the children. The problem is the mothers and the men that they choose. They choose selfishness. You know, I want to have an exciting lifestyle, so I want to go and choose the ghetto guy or I want to choose the baller, the athlete. It's the same thing with Cardi B. Can you believe that bitches was on Instagram talking about, oh, Cardi B deserves so much better. She's an ex-stripper, okay? Her timeline is exactly what it's supposed to be. She marries rappers and she marries athletes. She got a BBL. She got the fake titties. All of that shit is what athletes and rappers look for. Now that you see she's getting older, she wants to remove all of that shit. It's not cool anymore. It's not fun having all of these babies by these dudes who don't like you, don't care about, you know, starting a family unit. Yeah, the Nick Cannons of the world. Look at, and I'm just ranting at this point, but look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is another perfect example. That's all women care about. Oh, he has money. I don't care about my family structure and what it's gonna do. The fact that my child's father has multiple other kids and multiple other families and stuff like that. I'm not even going to worry about what type of mental effect that might have on me or my children. He has money and he's going to provide me a lifestyle. So I'm just going to lay down with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay? This is the reason why I don't like these like lawsuits where it's like these women talking about it. I'm not happy and all of this bullshit. Like, bro, if a man has money, P. Diddy, another perfect example. All a man has to do is have money, and you women is gonna let dudes pee on you. You gonna let dudes do anything to you. That's why you don't deserve rights. I'm with Myron Gaines on this one. This is why women don't deserve anything. And I'm trying to tell you, at some point, this is gonna catch legislators' attention that, hey, you want to know why you have all of these teen takeovers in your city? It's because of all of these stupid ass single mothers that are running around half naked in your city, and they don't even know how to go to a restaurant without dress code violations. And I even talked to you about this in some of my previous videos. Do you know that when I was in high school, there was like 5 rules for boys? No hats, no gang attire. They had to write a whole book about, hey, stop coming to school half naked. You need to make sure your shorts are at least to the fingertips, to your fingertips. No spaghetti straps, no midriffs, no halter tops and stuff. Y'all was sending y'all kids to school looking like whores, and I still see it to this day. To this day, girls are 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old walking out the house, shorts all the way up to the we call them not Daisy Dukes, coochie cutters. You got coochie cutters on, and you're 9, 10 years old. I see it every day, all day, and it might be because I'm just from California, so we just don't wear a lot of clothes. I don't know, but I'm just saying I've seen this all my life. At what point do we sit down and we say that, hey, the women are out of control? If we want to stop the crime and we want to stop the prisons and all of that shit, hey, tell the women to stop fucking the dudes that like sterilized them. Do something. Hey, you done had 2 kids. One of them. And here's another thing. Pooh Shiesty's mom is just like Sheena, FBG Duck's mom. She has 3 kids. One of them has died already. Okay? I was just reading about, I forget his name or whatever, T something. Okay? So she already had a son. So Pooh Shiesty is like her middle son. So she already has a son by another man. So not only did her kid die, but then she got with Pooh Shiesty's dad, who's also a criminal, and decided to continue this lineage of stupidity. So once again, I'm calling out to the legislators, do something to take away these women's rights. I'm all for it. If I done presented two cases. You got the Abdul Robinson Sr. and then now you got the Lontrell. These are perfect case studies of why women don't need to be able to choose who they date. I think it's the father who needs to, hey, you're going to date this guy. Well, you're going to date this guy. Because left to their own devices, they're just going to ruin society. All right. Have a good one.